What if I told you still have a few days to key into one of the fastest selling estates in Lagos, Nigeria? On July 10, 2026, Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 price will be changing again. And just like Phase 1, many people will wish they acted earlier, they acted sooner. I'm going to be telling you in this video 5 reasons why Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 deserves your attention. From the location of the property, to the pricing, to the title document of the property, to the developer behind this project, so why missing out on this property will cost you more. Hi, my name is Zenytal. I'm a real estate consultant based in Lagos, Nigeria with over 10 years experience. I have assisted over 200 Nigerians living in the diaspora invest back home safely in the Lagos real estate. Now let's get into it. Reason number 1, location. Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 is located in one of the fastest growth corridor in Ibeju Lekki with so many infrastructure driving land acquisition in Ibeju Lekki. This estate enjoys easy access to major roads, so many developments in Ibeju Lekki, making it attractive to both investors and homeowners who are looking to build their future home in Ibeju Lekki. A few years ago, so many people ignored this same location because it was underdeveloped and it was still bushy. But today, I've seen so many people also paying heavily just to own land nearby in Ibeju Lekki. Now, the truth is, people who buy early before development arrives, they usually get the greater return, the greater gain. And this is why Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 stands out of many properties. Reason number 2 is the price. One of the biggest advantage right now is the promotional price. Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 is currently selling at a promo price of 30 million naira for 500 square meter and 18 million naira for 300 square meter. Come July 10, the price changes officially. A 500 square meter plot size becomes 38 million naira and a 300 square meter plot size becomes 22.7 million naira. This is why keying in early will help you to enjoy the current price and also the interest-free payment plan, meaning that you can pay over 12 months without interest at all, which is all inclusive. I've seen so many people who wanted to wait, who wanted to think about it, who wanted to take their time and come back later, only for them to come back and discover that the developer has increased the price and that the price increase announcement has become a reality. Now, the truth is, they will now pay more for the same land that they could have bought earlier at a lower price. This is why serious investors key in as early as possible before the price increase announcement becomes a reality. Reason number 3 is the title. One of the first things I check before recommending or showing any property to my clients at all is the title. Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 comes with government allocation and a C of O. This document gives clients the peace of mind and confidence that they are investing into genuine property. Now, I always tell my clients, before paying a dime, make sure to check the title of a property. Make sure you are investing into something that has solid title. I once met a client who bought a cheaper property. Few months later, they discovered that the documentation of the property wasn't in order. They went through so much stress. The money of the property was tied down because they couldn't get it back. And the title of the property too wasn't in order. And this is why I always tell my clients, make sure that the title of the property you're buying into is solid and it is verifiable. Always know that cheaper land always comes with bigger problem. Reason number 4 is the developer. The developer behind Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 is Zenytal Properties Limited, a developer with great track record. They have successfully delivered so many projects, so many estates, sold and allocated. They delivered Zenytal Gardens Phase 1 Ibeju Lekki, they delivered Beraka Estate in Ibadan and several other projects. I always tell my clients, don't look at fancy gates, don't look at fancy property, but rather look at the developer behind a certain project. See what they have done before. And this is why I recommend Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 Ibeju Lekki, because the developer has a great track record, having sold and developed and successfully allocated other estates such as Zenytal Gardens Phase 1 in Ibeju Lekki, Beraka Estate in Ibadan, and several other projects, which is why I recommend them, because they have great track record, they are trustworthy, and their allocation is timely. Reason number 5, why you should not wait. Zenytal Gardens Phase 1 sold out within few months of launching. Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 is already 50% sold out. We have just few plots of land available at the current promo price. On July 10, the new prices will take effect, meaning that the current promo prices will be outdated come July 10. This isn't marketing hype, it is the current sales reality. I've seen this happen so many times. Some people say, I'll buy it next month. Some would say, I just want to think about it, only for them to call back few days after and discover that the prices of the same property they wanted to buy had gone up. Because property prices doesn't wait. If you already know you want to own your land at a certain location, delaying will simply mean that you will be paying more for a property that you could have bought today at the current price, meaning that you'll be paying more for the exact property that you could have bought today at today's price. If everything you've seen today makes sense to you, don't just make your decision from watching this video alone. Come inspect the estate yourself. I organize physical site inspection Monday to Saturday every week, and I'll be glad to answer all your questions, see you in person, show you the title documents, and help you to make the right investment decision. Call or WhatsApp me on the number displayed on the screen. And if you're not in the country, you are in the diaspora, I also organize virtual property tour from Monday to Saturday of the week. Don't forget, the price of Zenytal Gardens Phase 2 changes on July 10. I'll be expecting your call.